Microeconomics lesson 8. This is the cross price elasticity of demand. We've already done the price elasticity of demand and the income elasticity of demand, and hopefully you understand those now. We're going to have a quick look at the cross elasticity of demand. Right, just a quick memory again. Price elasticity of demand, percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. And you can have an inelastic good, which is from -1 to -infinity. The demand curve is flat. So in this case, if we decrease the price, the change in demand will be much greater. So here, if you decrease the price, what's going to happen is you're going to get a rise in total revenue. Okay, going to have a look at the inelastic demand, and here, if we increase the price, we're going to get a rise in total revenue because the percentage increase in price will be far greater than the percentage fall in demand. Okay, price elasticity of demand. Then we've got the income elasticity of demand here. Percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in income. And we get luxury goods, normal goods and inferior goods. An inferior good, remember, is when your income goes up, demand for the good will fall, right? So that's what happens in society. Luxury goods, so when your income goes up, the percentage change in quantity demanded will rise by a large amount in your increase in income. So if we take pork in China, incomes are maybe rising at 10% a year in China, and the demand for pork may go up by 20%. So that good is seen as a luxury good. And a normal good is, as your income goes up, you'll buy more of that good, but not very much more. So maybe your income will go up by 10%, and demand would also go up by 10%. So that is a positive relationship, and as your income goes up, you can demand more of that good. Right, but today's session we're going to look at the cross elasticity of demand, which shows the relationship between two products. So here we get complements and substitutes, and complements are always negative. So if the price of gin goes up, the demand for tonic will fall. Percentage change in quantity demanded of good Y, tonic. Percentage change in price of good X, gin. So if the price of gin goes up by 10%, demand for tonic may go down by 5%. So that has a -0.5 cross elasticity of demand. The thing you want to make sure of is that you don't mix up all of these different things. The price elasticity of demand is one thing, EID is another one, the CD is another one. A substitute good is just when the price of Coke goes up, then the demand for Pepsi will also go up. So if the price of Coke goes up by 10%, maybe the demand for Pepsi will also go up by 10%. Both arrows go the same way, so therefore it is a positive relationship between the two goods. So the cross elasticity of demand, that's all it is, shows the relationship between two goods. And I've forgotten the lesson 7 to go through the determinants of the price elasticity of demand very quickly. I've got it on the last slide anyway, on lesson 7. If it's a necessity good, then it's like to have an inelastic demand if there are loads of substitutes. So there are lots of substitutes for gin, there's whiskey, vodka, etc. The demand curve may be more elastic. Good one is cereals in the morning. Okay, loads of different substitutes for those goods. And finally, time, e.g. particularly with oil, if the price of oil goes up, over time we may look at renewable resources. So you need to once again bring those concepts into your essays. Thank you.